Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is take some Lugol's iodine, expose the chest, and then just drip some on your chest and just get everything real dark and just rub it on there to make the skin darker. And if it irritates your skin at all, you can use a carrier oil like coconut oil and just rub it on there afterwards or at the same time or whatever. And that's how I think you should get rid of the man jugglies. And I came across this or evidence for why this should support it. And there's this book. It's called, pull it up right now, The Iodine Crisis, and it's by Lynn Farrow. I'm gonna pull this book up right now so you can see. Okay, so it's right here by Lynn Farrow, The Iodine Crisis. What you don't know about iodine can wreck your life. And so, and in this book, it talks about this lady. She's like in her 40s or something, and basically she got breast cancer, and her breasts were like saggy and they were lumpy. You know, they were like old lady saggy boobs, and so she was trying to resolve her issue, and she was trying to, see like why she even got breast cancer in the first place. And she ended up at like this convention or some like meeting or meetup, some support group for breast cancer. And there was this like health expert, and Lynn Farrow, like she was like talking with this health expert, trying to get more information, like what can I do about this whole situation. And this health expert, she must have like saw something in Lynn, because she was asking a lot of questions. Like she wanted just to know like exactly how it happened and try to understand cancer, instead of just being like, oh, how do I resolve this issue? How do I what do I take? What exactly do I do? She wasn't like just talking about that like the average person would. The average person, they're just gonna get the surgery and then they're gonna start taking the meds, going through the chemotherapy, but Lynn, she wanted to understand why she got it in the first place, and just about cancer, and if there was like anything else that she could do. And the health expert, she must have saw that Lynn, she was a very smart person. She was someone who would actually do the research into this, and so she was telling her, hey, you should look into iodine. And then she left, and so Lynn, being the person she was like, she was a research person. She would actually like do like real research. And so so what she did was she tried Google at first, right? She tried just Googling it, and she couldn't find any information about the iodine. And so she remembered like what one of her professors was saying, and how you have to like really dig into old archives and go into the library, go deep, like go look at like really old stuff. And so what she did was she went on eBay, she bought some like old antiques about iodine, She went into like old archives and just tried to see like everything that she could, that wasn't easily accessible. And what she like uncovered was something huge. She uncovered that the iodine is the oldest recorded medicine in history. Like it goes back, I don't know, like at least 2,000 years ago, much more. I don't, but it's the oldest recorded medicine in history. And what they used to do was they would get it from seaweed. That's how they would get it, and they would use it for like any sort of ailment like you had. In fact, in the 1800s, they were using iodine for breast cancer. And so the reason why I'm talking about this though is that even though she's a woman, after she was done using the iodine, I think it was about like 6 months or like less than a year of just applying it every day to the chest. Her old lady saggy boobs, they were completely perky. Like the skin was all tight, the lumps went away. She completely healed her breast cancer using iodine, which is probably the craziest story I've ever heard about a mineral or even a vitamin. But iodine is just a mineral. But I mean, the last really crazy story I've ever heard about like a vitamin or like mineral or something was with vitamin C and all the old sailors. You know how they would go on these long voyages and then get scurvy and go crazy and die or something. So it's a really crazy book, and it's something to check out. So I thought I'd do this video because there's a lot of people out there with obesity. My brother used to weigh like 300 pounds, and now he's much thinner, but he's got like these boobs, and he was going to his doctor, and his doctor was telling him the only way to fix this is surgery. It's just to cut the extra skin off. And that's what they were telling Lynn, is the only way to fix this is just the surgery, just the chemo, just the whatever drugs, they're going to make a lot of money off of. And so I think that's the reason why that health expert just told Lynn, look into iodine, because they're, they don't go become doctors, learning for 7 years about vitamins or minerals at all. No, it's all about, being an expert at selling you a product. So I thought this would just be like a really important video just to do, because I don't think anyone else is talking about this. And I was talking to my brother about this, like, hey, like if this lady, like she tightened up her chest, like you can do the same thing. And so I think what the health industry is trying to do is just trying to extract as much as they can from people. And that's through the surgeries. So something to really look into. This is Lugal's iodine 5% solution. This is the best form of the iodine you could take. And well, this one here says 2%. I got this for $12 on Amazon. But I actually refilled this with my own homemade solution. And so I'll show you right now how you can do that. So so first you would have to get iodine prills, and you would have to get iodine potassium. Now here's where you can get the prills at. The iodine prills. See how I spelled that? You would get it right from eBay. The lowest cost is like $45. The last time I got it, it was like 2 or 3 months ago, and I got it for like $35. So as you can see, it's rising. And I think that's because billionaires have been buying up iodine and stocking up on it. in their doomsday bunkers, like they've been recently really getting into. Yeah, and then the other products that you would need, iodine, potassium, you can get from Amazon. Actually, I have it right here. This is about $10. Potassium, iodide, yeah, iodide crystals. Let's see, this is from AZ Laboratories, but you could find another one or something. So, also this guy, he shows you like how you can make it. Jason Hommel on YouTube, making 5% Lugol's iodine from the FDA's instructions for the copper revolution. And so he also actually made a book about a mineral, copper. So, oh, and here I'll even pull up the website for you so you can see how you can make it without a video. His instructions, they come right from the FDA, fda.gov/food/laboratory-method. Here we have BAM R40 Lugol's iodine solution. You can see right there how to make it. It shows you 10 grams of the potassium iodide, 5 grams of the iodine, which is the prills, and then 100 milliliters of distilled water. And the way he shows you how to make it, the way Jason Hommel shows you, is what he does. He just makes a big batch, right? Because it takes at least 10 grams of this right here, the potassium iodide crystals. So what he does is he just times it by 10, and he uses this whole bottle. And some of this, the prills, and then he just gets his own filtered water, and just makes it. So, but as he was explaining it, like you could be using some big, huge doses like every day for change if you make it in bulk by yourself, or otherwise you could buy it. This is like $12, but it'll still last you some time. So, I mean, just to try it out. I had a full-on like cyst the other day on my lip, and it was pretty gross. It was like right there. I had to check, make sure I didn't have herpes, but it was just a single one. There was no clusters or anything. And what I did was I rubbed the coconut oil on the skin and just applied some of this solution, and the cyst, it went away the next day. It was fully developed yesterday. It's fully gone today. So I've actually tried before just not touching the cyst at all, leaving it alone. And like I still had it for like a week. So that was pretty impressive. That was pretty impressive for me. The other thing I would note about it that's really impressive about the iodine is that like I've been having much more dreams now. And so it's pretty crazy how much more I'll dream now using the iodine, because it helps like clear out, some of the chemicals that's in your brain that's just sitting there that can't leave your body. This actually helps push it out. And the main one that's known for getting out of your body is the bromide, which is everywhere in the environment, so completely unavoidable in today's time. And this is all you do. You would just put it on your skin, just rub it. You might want to start with just six drops. And then if it irritates your skin at all, you can use the carrier oil on the chest. And just use that for about 2 weeks of just the 6 drops. And then start using more, maybe double the dose, maybe to 12. Just kind of experiments around, but what you want to gradually do is increase and increase and increase the dose, because you might not really have any effects at first. And if you take like too much, you might start to feel sluggish and tired, because what it's doing is it's pushing the chemicals, the main one like bromine or bromide, out. And what your body will do is it'll just pee out the chemicals, from what, because the iodine will come into the cell, right, and it'll just push out that chemical. But your body can only pee out so much, so your body's going to want to pee it out, but your body can also only push so much of it out at once. So if you take a large dose, more than your body can handle, you're going to start to feel sluggish and tired, because it's going to be in your bloodstream and it's going to be going through your brain, and so you're gonna feel that, and so you'll be tired, sluggish, something like that, from just chemicals flowing through your bloodstream and through your brain. So start with small doses to what your body can handle, because your cells are basically like a sponge. So, and because most people are deficient in like any mineral or vitamin, your sponges are going to be dry and they're going to be arid. So it's just like when you're watering soil that's really dry and cracked, it's just going to like run like right over it. Not like, the rainforest where, you can really like dig into the earth with a shovel easily, and where water can seep in and down and through easily. So your body's the same way when it comes to handling the iodine. And so that's the reason why you want to start off slowly and gradually increase to really start seeing some results. One of the last things that I've gotten from the iodine, I had like this weird bump or something. It was like right above my ankle, and I was like worried about it. So I just started putting it on that like weird bump, and it went away. Like, I think within like 2 weeks. But yeah, it just like went away. And apparently there's been other people, like they'll use it on their pets or something. Like weird bumps or any sort of irregularity. And like they'll get rid of it. And so they used to use it like in the 1800s for just like for other ailments too, but it sort of just went away and disappeared. If you like look and read into the book, it'll explain like more and like about everything like in depth. It's actually like a really crazy story. So, oh, and one more thing. Yeah, if you start to feel like sluggish and tired because you feel like you took too much, just start adding more salt into your diet. Because what the salt's going to do is it can help detoxify and help remove what may be in your bloodstream and get it out of you. So that's all I have for today. There's so much more crazier like stuff about it, like just reading about it in the book and how exactly it disappeared. I think in the late 1800s or early 1900s, or something, which I think was completely money related. Getting rid of it, because it used to be in the bread too. The iodine, it used to be in the bread, and they removed it and they placed it with bromide, a chemical that you have to be in a full bodysuit just to handle. So It's in a soda, it's in the Gatorade, it's in a lot of products. So it's even in your mattress, in your car, in the so it's very crazy. Um, so I would really recommend reading the book. And so that's all I have for today.